Hey guys, today I have the long overdue video review of Angel's Cup, specifically their black box offering. And Angel's Cup is a coffee subscription service and a unique one. Basically what they do is they send you 4 flights, or in this case 4 coffee samples, blindly. So they're in nondescript packaging. They don't tell you anything but the roast date, and there's a number on it that you enter into their app. So they have a smartphone app, and then they have a web-based version of it where you basically jot down notes. You take tasting notes, you enter brewing parameters, what equipment you used if you want, and they have a beginner's tasting and an advanced tasting. So if that sounds overwhelming to you, you could simply say if you like the coffee or not and what things you were tasting. So it's all about developing your coffee palate. And it's a really fun way to learn about new coffees, particularly single origin coffees, which is what they send to you in each sample. So you can sign up for the weekly service, or you can get it bi-monthly, or you can even get it monthly, which is what I do. And the black box, the only difference between this and their cupping flight option, which is their original service, is that this comes with 4 2.5 ounce samples, which I'll show you in a minute, and the cup in flight comes with 4 1 ounce samples. So the cupping flight costs $8.99 a month currently, and this black box costs $19.99 a month. So you're getting 10 ounces of coffee, but 4 different types of coffee, probably from different regions. Sometimes they, for example, one time they did a coffee from the same roaster. One of the coffees was barrel aged, the other one wasn't barrel aged. So that was kind of cool. You get to compare if that even makes any kind of difference in your tasting notes. So it's a really cool service. You never know what you're going to get. It's total surprise every time you take a sip of the coffee. And what I like about the black box is that I feel like the 2.5 ounce samples are the perfect size to experiment with multiple brew methods. The 1 ounce samples sounded a little too small for me personally, but I know people that aren't really obsessed with different coffee making devices. I can see how that would still be a great service at only $8.99 per delivery. So that includes shipping. And the coffee comes in this package as you've seen, so I'll finally open it up and show you what's inside. So let's do that. So again, these are single origin coffees, and a really nice packaging. They show you exactly what you're supposed to do, and you're supposed to have fun with it. So let's say hypothetically I was going to break into this bag, and I'll show you what I was talking about. They have the roast date there, and then they have the ID number that you're supposed to enter in the app. And you don't have to do that, of course, but if you want to play along, then you can. So one of the really cool things about the app is that after you've completed your tasting, it will reveal the roastmasters notes, as well as everybody else who's tasted the coffee in the Angel's Cup community. It'll show their notes too. So you get to compare your notes to others. And what's cool about that is that it's kind of, in a way, a virtual cupping. So if you've ever done coffee cupping, you'll know that it's a pretty fun, interactive experience. Not fun to do by yourself, but really fun to do with others. So this kind of lets you bring a cupping into your home at your own time, or on your own time, I should say. So let's just talk about pros and cons of this service. I don't think it's for everyone, so I'll tell you who I do think it's for first. So I think it's for people that well, at least the black box, which is what I'm reviewing here. I think this is great for people who are coffee enthusiasts. They have multiple brew methods that they use. So say you own a French press and a pour over dripper, and already are drinking lots of specialty coffee, then I think this is a really good option. Also, if your palate isn't really well defined, if that's something that you're looking to get into more, kind of like a sommelier in wine, if you're trying to be a Q tester or Q grader, whatever they're called, this might not be for you, but it will at least get you on the track to being able to pick up different notes and learn even about what is found in different processing methods, different regions. Angel's Cup is really good about training your palate. Like, that's really one of the main things that this is all about. If you're just looking to discover new coffees, there's probably other good options out there too. You know, I've heard of subscription services that will send you random coffee samples and kind of refine it to something that you like. This isn't that. They do send you random coffee samples, obviously, and they don't tell you anything about them until after you participate and enter the code. But I should mention it also has a cheat sheet in here. So if you weren't willing to play along with the app, all the answers are revealed in this little menu. So that's what it looks like, and then it tells you about all the coffees. So who is this not for? This isn't for somebody that is an espresso fiend. I think the sample sizes are too small at 2.5 ounces for somebody to really dial in and pull a great shot. I mean, you could get lucky right off the bat, but this is more for people who are brewing their coffee through other methods. And I think those methods are more in line with single servings. So if you're the kind of person that makes large pots of coffee, this probably isn't for you. This is more for people that are maybe 1 to 2 coffee drinkers in a household, who like to brew their coffee manually. I would say this is ideal for. Additionally, if you're not somebody who's looking to develop their palate, you really just want good coffee, then you know you're going to find some good coffees in here for sure. Like, they're really good quality coffee, but it may take you longer to stumble on one that you like. Having said that, I think the advantage of something like this is that you're getting 4 samples. You're not just getting 1 bag a month, or if you did it on a weekly basis, you're not just getting a 12-ounce bag of coffee and then finding out you don't like it, having to give it away or throw it away. So it's very efficient in that sense. Only other con I can think of that actually really shouldn't be a con because they're pretty good about this, but this time around they were a little bit late on my delivery. So you can see October 5th, today's the 19th, so it took 2 weeks post roast for me to get my coffee, and normally they get it to me no more than 10 days after the roast date, which is fine with me. And I'm not going to really gripe about it too much. They're a very small company still, so you kind of have to roll with the punches of the fact that they're a startup, but their support is so fantastic. Their owners are very passionate and willing to make things right at every turn. So for that reason alone, I feel really comfortable staying with this service for as long as I can see. So again, highly recommend the Angel's Cup Black Box for most people, particularly coffee enthusiasts who love to experiment and really want to learn more about coffee every day. So thanks so much for watching. And if you have any questions about Angel's Cup and the Black Box or the app, feel free to ask me in the comments below. You can also like this video to help me out, or subscribe to my channel. That would be great. And feel free to share this too, because I know that this is something that is going to get more popular over time, and I think this is a great time to try it out.